So y'all want black folks to come and fight with y'all, come stand on the front line like we always have. But ain't this the same group that refuses to stop saying the N-word? This ain't the same group that was being racist in Zoe Spencer comments when she was going back and forth with that Hispanic creator. But now y'all want our help. Okay, interesting.
By now, you've heard about the rallies against the ICE raids that have been going on across the country. And of course, these rallies started in Los Angeles, and now it's spread all across the country. Big cities like Seattle, New York City, and Chicago have responded to the ICE raids with many protests. But that's not the most important thing. Many of these immigrants that will be going back to their country or being detained are from Hispanic or Latino backgrounds, and that is important. The Hispanic community is now the #1 minority group, while the historic #FBA or African American group is now #2. But something is different this time with these protests. The historical Negro or African American community, now known as FBA. Black Americans are sitting this one out, and the Latino community are pissed.
How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not, bro, this is so unreal. And how can people just lack compassion? How? Why can't you just imagine yourself just waking up one day with your family not there anymore? So LA businesses are getting raided by ICE, or some people that are wearing stuff that says ICE on it with their faces all covered up. People are getting ran over. Shots are being literally fired, literally. And this is supposed to be life right now. We're not going to get treated like humans because they don't see us like humans. They lack compassion.
And while Latinos are making the call, they're not alone. They do have some support in the African American community.
All right, this message is for my brown people. And although us black folks decided to sit this one out because we did try to warn y'all at the polls, we do see that it's f***ed up. California is a blue state. 66% of Latinos in California voted against Trump, but it's not enough. You got to work on your people that hate us. Then you got to rally your people because they hate you like they hate us. And don't tell me this is not about race. There's over 500,000 undocumented immigrants in America from Poland or Russia or Germany, the UK, Italy, Ireland, all over Eastern Europe. But they not joining the protests because they not being targeted. America has always been obsessed with race. You burglarize and steal someone's home, make laws that only protect you, then get upset when they want to move back in. Talking about, we need to protect our borders. Most of you never even met a Mexican American, and if you have, they're probably doing a job that you would never want to do anyway.
But wait, there's more.
These ain't criminals. They're snatching up students and nurses and builders and farmers, electricians and plumbers. They got armored vehicles pulling up on line cooks. You're separating mothers from their children and telling people who've been here for decades to just go and start a life somewhere else because you're uncomfortable. In their land. You just took their and was even too lazy to change the names. It's still San Francisco, San Diego, San Bernardino, Ventura, Calabasas, Rancho Cucamonga.
A lot of African Americans don't believe in this so-called black and brown coalition because they've seen time and time again as they believe they've helped Hispanics get rights. At the same time, their rights have been dwindled or diminished in America. And they don't want to continue to go and just give all of their support to a group in which they feel doesn't give anything back.
Black people in LA, mind your business. Black people in LA, mind your business. This don't got nothing to do with us. ICE and the National Guard being in LA has nothing to do with us. I don't understand rallying behind a whole bunch of people that hard ER you. They don't even like you for real. Everybody want to make their problems our problems. It's tired. It's tired. This don't got nothing to do with us. Sit there, watch, look. Don't go out there. Go home. Go watch the NBA finals. Go do something that's black related. Go have a cookout. Go do something black. Like, this don't got nothing to do with us.
If you guys don't know, Los Angeles, especially in South Central in areas like Compton, where African Americans dominated, eventually had the influx of Hispanics into the city. And then you had certain evidences of Hispanics attacking blacks and even trying to run blacks out of neighborhoods. And for those of you who are from California, like myself, you understand this very well. Especially in Southern California, which there is a very big divide between blacks and Latinos. It's not so evident in Northern California, like Sacramento or the Bay, where blacks and Hispanics, typically get along more in Northern California. But in Southern California, it can be a war, and it has been a war, with a lot of African Americans losing on that side. Now, the same people who were telling, blacks, hey, listen, we're taking your jobs, hey, we're starting businesses, you guys are this, you guys are that. Now, all of a sudden, you're asking for help when you were not even caring about these same people who have helped you get far in America. You even had John Leguizamo, a guy who got his start in black comedy as a Colombian. He says interesting things like this.
Latin people, we're the largest ethnic group in America, the oldest ethnic group. We built this country.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
So here you have John Leguizamo, a guy who started, like I said, in black comedy, in many black comedy circuits. He's using the same terminology that many historical African Americans have used by saying, we built this country, we suffered in this country. At one point, he says, we're the oldest minority ethnic group in this country. And these are things that typically black people used to say, all right? And now they're saying it, completely diminishing the contributions from the historical Negro community or hashtag ADOS community or the African American community. All of these are the same. And so this has really, really, really pissed off blacks. But what's more important to understand, guys, is that even Hispanics are starting to agree with African Americans.
Black people are tired of being a bank where everyone keeps making withdrawals and no one ever makes a deposit. And I want you to think about that. If that was your setup, would you still want to give? Especially for those of us in the Hispanic community, because it's about patterns that we've inherited and the harm that we've ignored. Me, myself, I'm Puerto Rican. I've seen how anti-blackness and colorism still show up in our homes, in our language, in our media, in our families. In many families, darker skin is treated like a disadvantage. When solidarity is needed, hesitation shows what's been internalized, and too many of us were raised to believe that aligning with blackness meant losing something: safety, opportunity, acceptance. And we were taught the proximity to whiteness would protect us, that staying quiet was safer. So if we don't unlearn that, we end up repeating the same harm.
And the most damning evidence is going to come right now.
La comunidad que nos va a sacar de este hueco se llaman los negros americanos.
100%.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not come out, because it is not. I do. We didn't do.
I get it. I get it. But I don't.
Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not gonna talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans.
It's true.
Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimized themselves, that of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black.
Now I want to get back to what the Puerto Rican lady said initially, that, hey, nobody wants to be making deposits and getting nothing back. And that is typically what happens with, blacks trying to support other groups or other agendas. And the same thing is here. The lady from the Cuban community says, listen, we don't care about them. We too care about them. We're going to be honest. We don't do anything for the black community. We don't give any reason to want to be with them. And the same thing that the lady from the Puerto Rican community said. She said, listen, you know, we want to be closer to whites, and associating with blacks when they have issues, we are typically quiet. And now that it's against us, we want their help because now we're the largest minority group and now we're getting what they used to get. Instead of the riots and stuff like that when it came to, you know, the Jim Crow laws and segregation laws. Oh no, they're not after African Americans anymore. Now they're after you, okay? So now they're after your people. And as the brother said, some of these people probably have to be innocent, and it is a shame if they're innocent and they're illegally, but it doesn't matter because the whites, and I'll be honest, I think whites are threatened by Latinos, some of them at least, because of their growing numbers and their growing fame and stuff like that. And then, you know, a lot of the Latino community that I have witnessed, you know, many of them are cool, but hey, listen, you know, this is this thing of ours over here. And so, hey, where are the Latino actresses? Where are the Latino actors? You know, they're not moving it. When it was the Black Lives Matters, even though we're a lower number than them, but you can see that we were able to galvanize larger than what the Latino community could do, especially when it comes to our celebrities. Like, African Americans still have more pull in that way as far as making something move and making something shake. But hey, you're not even seeing any black athletes, black actresses, anybody, actors, for the most part, you know, coming to the side of the Latino community, because secretly a lot of people have been feeling like this for a very long time in the country. And like I said, it may not be right for everybody, but listen, a lot of blacks are not going to complain about the competition being removed, especially when we didn't view these particular individuals as competition before. And it was even going on when I was a kid. I mean, when I was going to Benjamin O. Davis Middle School in Compton in the 90s, I mean, you had so many, there was a big beef between blacks and Mexicans then. I mean, it's gotten worse over the years. So hey, the black community is going to continue to sit it out because why? We feel that ain't nobody looking out for us. Because when it comes to us, we all we got. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.